The top dropshipping products of April 2023. Welcome to the channel, everybody. My name is Brooke Hiddink, and I'm an e-commerce entrepreneur who is located in Dubai. I'm originally from Canada. I moved to Dubai in December of 2022. I greatly appreciate your support. If you could please hit subscribe on the button below, like this video, and if you have any questions on anything that we covered today, put your comments down below and I'll answer any and all comments. Without further ado, let's dive right into the top dropshipping products of April 2023. So before we actually get into the product list, we're going to look at some market trends. So if you listened to my videos before, you'll know that I usually recommend building your store out 2 to 3 months in advance. So what I mean by that is it's March right now, it's going to be April in a few days. So when you're deciding which products to sell in your store in April, I recommend looking at the demand trend and the demand trend charts for 2 to 3 months out. So if you're listing products in April, it's going to be very hard to get them on your store and sell them in April. So I recommend looking at what's peaking in demand in May, what's peaking in June, what's peaking in July, listing those products on in April, getting your advertising set up, getting your sales banner set up, getting everything for the website set up in April. So then when May, June, July come, you're ready to go and you can make a ton of sales. So just keep that in mind. I always recommend building your store out 2 to 3 months in advance. And obviously in April, if we're building products that are peaking in May, June, July, they're going to be summertime type products. So things like backyard items or things that you would use at the cottage or anything renovation and construction related. Since nice weather, it's very easy for people to do renovations and change things around at their home. So just keep those things in mind in terms of market data at a high level. But without further ado, we'll dive right into the list. So May last year, it can be a very, very good time for e-commerce stores. May was my best month. I think it was my best month ever last year. We did over $600,000 in sales. And here's the list of products that I sold on my store. So fire pit table is obviously a very backyard item. Infrared saunas are just my best selling product always, so this isn't really an anomaly. But outdoor grills, barrel saunas obviously going to backyard. These are kind of steam showers are related to renovations. It really takes a lot of construction to put them in. So you can see there's really like backyard items, construction type items that are really peaking at the list. So fire pit tables, grills, barrel saunas are all backyard related. You have steam showers that are related to renovations. So just kind of those general trends that I mentioned earlier. And May was my best month ever. But to do well in May or June, you have to prepare the store in April. So just keep that in mind. Now we'll dive into the list of the best products to list on your store in April of 2023. So number one is fishing kayaks. So this is actually a very non-competitive product. The keyword difficulty is extremely low. There's very, very high search demand. You have 67,000 searches per month for these things. The peak, as you can see, year over year, it's a very seasonal product. The peak is usually April till August. And we can see the demand trend overall is slightly increasing over time, even when you take out the seasonality. And as I said, it's a very non-competitive product, pretty expensive, $2,000 to $3,000 usually. So an excellent, excellent product to list on your store this time of year to really take advantage in those summer months, May, June, July. Number two, we have outdoor furniture. So as you can see, again, another very seasonal product, but the demand is insane for these things. You have 359,000 searches per month for outdoor furniture. Really peaks March till August. The demand trend is really increasing over time, but it is a competitive space. But the thing with competitive spaces is if you have nearly 400,000 searches per month for outdoor furniture, there's still lots of room for you to carve out some room for yourself. You don't really need a big piece of the pie with that much demand. So you can specialize in specific things like maybe outdoor chairs or outdoor tables, or you can really niche down to get out of that competition and really focus on one thing. Or you can just focus at a high level and list a whole bunch of products. And with that much demand, you don't really, as I said, you don't really need a big piece of the pie to have some success there. Number three is outdoor kitchens. So one interesting tidbit about this product is the margins are excellent, usually between 30 and 40%. And while the demand is 76,000 searches per month, we can see it's seasonal, but it's not as seasonal as some of these other things. The slopes are a little bit smaller. It peaks March till August. But this 76,000 is actually probably deflated because you have to think people searching for barbecues or grills or outdoor pizza ovens or outdoor kitchen islands. This 76,000 is just related to outdoor kitchen. So there's all sorts of sub products within outdoor kitchen and different words for outdoor kitchen that would increase that insanely, probably close to 1 million searches per month if you include them all. The demand trend is really, really increasing over time. We can see even when we remove seasonality. One thing about this product is it is quite competitive, but again, the margins are very, very high. So if you have high margins, you have more room to advertise and actually make the sale. You can definitely do well. As you saw, I did last year, I did very, very well with grills, almost 50K in sales in 1 month. So you really don't need a big piece of the pie. And that brings us to our fourth product, which is going to be hot tubs. So very, very expensive. This item is between like $6,000 and $15,000 most of the time. And again, you can see 240,000 searches per month for these things. It's a little bit of seasonality going on there, but really not a seasonal item because you use hot tubs all year round. Obviously in the winter, you love to be in the hot tub because it's cold out, makes you feel nice and warm. And in the summer, you're out in your backyard anyway, you might hop in. So not really a super seasonal product, but we can see the demand trend is increasing pretty significantly over time. And there's a ton of demand for these things and they're very, very high price. So even if you sell 10 of these things a month, you could be doing over 100,000 in sales per month. They are moderately competitive, but if you get on the right suppliers, you can definitely do very, very well with them. Not something that I've ever sold, but something that I would definitely look to consider adding in the future. I think it's a very, very strong product, assuming you can get some good suppliers on. And lastly, number 5, we have Sailboat. So this is another not competitive product at all. 31,000 searches per month, but you have to think of, you can't always think more demand is good. You have to think of demand as a function of competition. So for me, I would probably rather sell sailboats at 31,000 if there's only like 2 or 3 stores selling them, than barbecues at 400,000 if there's 100 stores selling them. You have to think of demand divided by competition. So really, really not a competitive product. 31,000 searches per month is still very significant. The peak here that you see is occurring from May till August. The demand trend is pretty stable over time, maybe even slightly decreasing. But again, not a competitive product at all and quite expensive, between $3,000 and $5,000 most of the time. Just to review the 5 best products to add to your high-ticket dropshipping store in April of 2023. Number 1, we have fishing kayaks. Number 2, we have outdoor furniture sets. Number 3, we have outdoor kitchens. Number 4, we have hot tubs. And number 5, we have sailboats. Thank you very much for tuning in. I greatly appreciate your support and thank you for taking time out of your wonderful day to watch this video. Please hit subscribe below. I really appreciate your support. Like this video. If you have any questions at all about anything we covered today, be sure to put them in the comments. I'll answer any and all comments. Thanks a lot for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next video. We'll chat soon and cheers. Have a great day.